Let's look at the second question for the remaining 5 to 10 minutes. And please, when we're out of time, please feel free to interrupt me or give me another signal. Are you doing your best to help your clients tell and share their stories fearlessly? This was the second question we had, and we will look at a few elements here. A great way to think about stories is to think in the terms of a songwriter. If you would need to compress your week this week, if it were a song, what song comes to mind? Your work week this week so far. It's already a Thursday evening. What do you be thinking also of? Help, I need somebody. Or would you think of what a wonderful world this could be? Or would you think of more, say a little prayer to you? Or would you think of like a bridge over troubled water? Or any of the other wonderful songs listed here or that you have in mind? I'm bringing this up because songwriters are, as storytellers, they're some of the most fearless people because they have the ability to express their innermost emotions, their innermost feelings in ways that resonate with all of us. And let's look at some of their the methods they have. So, for example, we could start with something like we want to express our emotions, and we would say, "Oh, my emotions are, I feel so sad, I feel upset, or I feel love." Well, it's a good starting point, but let's not stay there. It's a little, it's a little broad, and it's a little not telling us that much, right? And there's not so far we can go. A great way to encourage your clients to share what's going on in their lives, to tell their stories, is by having them express their emotions with all their senses. So how, if you feel sad, how does your story, like your week this week, for example, from Monday to Thursday, if your week were an object, how would it taste? How would your week smell? How would your week feel if you could touch it? Would it feel rough? Would it feel soft as silk? Would it smell like rotten bananas? Would it smell like fresh cappuccino? Would it smell like a pink lemonade? Would it taste like, you can also think of those food examples I just mentioned, or would it taste like homemade adobo chicken? Would it taste like a wonderful burger, juicy burger? How would it look like if you could look at your week this week, if it were an object right in front of you? Would it look like a colorful peacock? Because there's so much going on. Would it look like a gray rock that is somewhere where no one sees it? Or how would it sound like this week? Was there a lot going on that it feels like a cacophony of sounds, of honking? Or would it sound like a beautiful nightingale singing? The purpose of this is to have to extend our vocabulary when it comes to our emotions. So instead of "I feel sad," the client shares something like that. How would it look like? How would it sound like? For example, I feel like a gray bird that's singing its lonely song. This is often a great starter to dig deeper and say, okay, this gray bird, where is it? How does this lonely song look like? Or if you feel upset, how does this feel like? Maybe like a hammer that hits relentlessly on me. So, and I feel love, like 10,000 rainbows explode in my heart. I'm sure there's a love song somewhere like that. What it does, it externalizes our emotional turmoil, our emotional state of mind by making it visible. This is one of the most powerful tools of songwriters to externalize and have our inner world expressed with external characteristics that we can see, that we can feel, that we can touch, that we can smell. Songwriting 101. Okay, it's your turn. Think of your work this week. We had this topic a few times already. I would like you to type in the chat a few examples of how does your work week taste like this week? And make it with a lot of adjectives, make it very descriptive. It tastes like a burnt chicken that was in the oven for too long because it feels like I've been working too much, like that kind of idea. Burnt chicken in the oven, but still tasty, and I eat it because I'm hungry. How does your work week smell like? How does it feel like? How does it look like? And how does it sound like? This is the wonderful rule of storytelling and of songwriting that we see here. It's about show and don't tell. If I see those words, and if I pick, oh, my project looks like is a lemon here because I see this here in the center. If it's a lemon, then what does this elicit? Why is it a lemon? That's a great, actually, like discussion point. This is also something that we can, like this word salad, to externalize our internal emotions, is also something we can put in our meetings and open the meetings like that. How do we feel today about our progress, where we are going, about our status of the project, of my career development, of where I am in life? It's a very, very powerful, very simple, but powerful, and can go in a lot of directions. And what songwriters do, they have this, they use the sense-bound writing. They use what you just used, having the metaphors to actually create song titles and story titles and take the story from there. The question number one was, what am I doing to help my clients treat their voice as their most powerful instrument? And am I doing my best to help them as good as I can? And I think if we can leave today's class with this question and have this on our mind whenever we listen to a conversation, whenever we listen to someone talking to us, whenever we listen to someone give a presentation, a pitch, a sales call to someone on TV, what does their voice like elicit in us? What does it say about their own emotional, psychological state? And how can we help this person understand their own voice better and use it to their biggest advantage? So if this is definitely one thing I would love for you to take from today. And as a second question, am I doing my best to help my clients tell and share their stories fearlessly? And for example, it all starts with externalizing what's going on in our lives. Too often we don't share it because we don't feel we have the right words. While all it takes often is to start with, how does it feel, with using our senses to express it and continue the conversation from there. It's all about using our voice strongly, not being afraid, and truly using our instruments that we all have every day to share the message we have and create a little better lives for us and for the people who we are with.